this is the best idea. I don't know whose it was, but this is fabulous to have these two boats, brand spanking new, state-of-the-art technology, and a replica of one of the great old-time boats, the Miss Wahoo. It was just christened not long ago, as a matter of fact. It is a distinct, absolute replica built from the ground up. Dave Williams and all the great people down at the Hydro Museum. Here we go. This was back on July 14th for the christening. Right down to the scroll lettering on the side, the Miss Wahoo. And it's just picture perfect. Looks like, as I've had it described to me before, and there goes the champagne. It looks like a piece of furniture, and that it is, the Miss Wahoo. And it is riding out there under the control of Dave Williams from the Hydroplane Museum, alongside the beautiful Boeing 787. Started up first time. They knew it would. There it goes. And back out to live pictures, continuing on around that fourth turn and coming down the main straightaway. And as they come down, we are going to introduce the president of the Commercial Airplane Division, Boeing Company, Scott Carson, who is as in love with hydroplanes, I think, as he is with airplanes, and maybe even more, Scott.
Well, it's a great event for Seattle, and these boats have been part of my life since as long as I can remember.
You really do span both these eras, don't you? The Wahoo, and then right up here to this state-of-the-art 787.
Now, the 787 is so neat because we're running out on biofuel, 100% biofuel today, but the Wahoo, I was a kid working on that boat back in 1956, and to be able to recreate it, be part of doing this with Bill Boeing and Bruce McCaw and Joe Clark, and have Mira here yesterday, I mean, that's about as good as it gets.
Now, it does have, we're talking about the 787 boat, it does have the Boeing name on the side, but so much of this is your own personal interest in these boats, right?
Well, it is, but this boat has been a real tool for us. We've been able to do things with it in biofuel that if you tried to do in an airplane, you could spend millions and millions of dollars doing. And really, for a very small investment, to be able to demonstrate the utility of the fuel and the difference it'll make in this industry is exciting for us.
Well, you've got this boat running on it. Is it the same fuel, and I believe I heard it was, that a 747 to Japan Airlines runs on?
Well, earlier this week we ran on that fuel. Today it is 100% biofuel, and that's the first time we've run anything on 100%. So this last run, we had 40 gallons of that fuel, and I think Chip probably used it all.
Did it make you a little nervous, or were you actually thrilled when you heard at the beginning of the week, or actually the beginning of qualifying, that Chip Hanauer was the fastest qualifier the first day?
I was in Chicago, and our crew guys called me there and told me that we had just run 153. And then I saw Chip's article on the paper Saturday, and he said, you know, I was keeping him from going racing. So I told him yesterday, you want to race? Let's race. He said, you know, Donna wouldn't like that. So
I've tried to tell Pat that out at the start-finish line. Pat is trying to get him in the boat for good. There he is climbing out. Have you been able to sit down in that cockpit? Have you even taken it for a little spin?
I have not. I've been really fortunate to get my grandkids in the cockpit, and they're pretty thrilled. I think we've got new converts right there. So
well, I know, business as you have to deal with it at the Boeing Company, things sometimes go good, things sometimes not so good. With 787, the project is still kind of working its way to fruition. But you get to come out and watch this boat, one of your babies, out here travel around this water. Must be fun.
I'm really thrilled with this. And we have so many of our Boeing people that work on the boat. So they're all jazzed by it. I'm pretty jazzed. But more importantly, we're making a difference for the industry.
Is there a future, do you believe, in unlimited hydroplane racing? We just saw them sign the deal to go to Qatar later in the year.
Yes, I think there is.